Mysterious murder attempt survivors of Reddit who has had an attempted murder upon them. How did you survive? Was there a point that you accepted you were going to die? My brother 6 and I 9 were playing games in our computer room, which was at the back of our house, when our next door neighbor 20 Ishmael came over and said he needed us to go to his place for something. We sort of knew him. Our dad had hired him to do some work, and so he wasn't a total stranger to us. So we went. He took us into his bedroom, bound our hands, and tried to stuff socks into our mouths to gag us. He pulled out a knife and tried to threaten us. We didn't understand the weight of the situation even then because he asked me, "Do you know what this means?" And I joked, "You're going to cook something in the kitchen." He grabbed me and pulled me onto the floor and tried to smother me. When he realized I was still getting some breaths and he switched to strangling me, I remember kind of giving in and telling myself, "It's okay, Mom and Dad are going to give me a good funeral." And then saw my brother standing at the door saying he was scared and he wanted to leave. I begged him to stay, and he did, which is something I will never forget and has made such a hugely positive impact on our relationship. At that point it clicked in my mind that once I was dead he was going to kill my brother too. So I started to fight. The hardest I had ever fought. I bit and scratched and threw my body around and knocked a large stereo down that made enough noise for his parents to come in. They were home the entire time. They untied us, took us home, and his dad dropped to his knees and begged my mom not to call the police. Obviously she completely ignored his request and called. In the end they found carving knives, industrial plastic bags, and other equipment to dispose of our bodies in his room. To this day that is the closest I have ever came to dying.